Hi, and welcome everyone. Thanks so much for being a member, for being a subscriber, or for commenting on the channel. Beth Noyes YouTube channel. If you haven't seen her channel yet, of course you haven't, head over to it. Why? Check in the description of this video to see her video on her channel and what she caught in the sky. 4 a.m. I'm stuck up again with a bad eye. Can't see anything, but you can hear, eh? Listen to that hail. 4:13 a.m. A couple of people this week said that that was just debris flying around. I found another finding it's shooting out projectiles. But before that, watch the flash. You see that? That's a deliberate flash, right? It's a mechanism. It was deliberately flashing and not flashing with the sun. That's a fact. All because of characteristics. That's what people who search the skies and do ufology, they examine and mark down the characteristics. They're all different. That's what debris is. And debris doesn't flash like that. You just saw it there very properly. I showed this to you yesterday, but I didn't show you what's in the circles. At the moment that flash occurred, instantaneously afterwards, something flew away from the vicinity of that object. I've showed this 4 or 5 times. Remember this light? Look what happens when this light interacts and lines up and meets up with the big light. This is an infrared camera. You're not going to see this with the naked eye. Nor will you see that tiny other light. That cannot be seen with the naked eye. That I can confirm it. The one you're looking at there, yes, you can see it with the naked eye. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Look at the interaction once it touches itself. Major flash of light, and then that light disappears. So here's an inside theory. I'm going to say it's a theory. I showed you guys projectiles leaving those lights, and I'm showing you some of them going back into them. This was my favorite debris. I showed it to you yesterday. I'd love to get in even closer. Maybe next video I'll try to zoom it up again because we see a lot of the detail of this unraveling piece of debris. So yes, there is debris out there, but there's a difference. That's why ufologists and people that are studying UFOs document all the different characteristics to try to analyze through both science, facts, and common sense and knowledge exactly what we're looking at. This is the sun, April 23rd, and I'm outside right now filming it as you are watching this, and I will get it up at the end of the video. Today's sun, very dangerous. Check it out. We see a lot of plasma lifting up off the top north side of the sun, and now the sunspots do not look like anything I've ever filmed before, and the insides of them are different, and also there's a mountain forming itself now, mountain of plasma or some type of ridge once we get in close. I'm going to show you them closer than I've ever filmed them and shown them. 1800 or 1850 millimeters now I was able to get in, and it might move a little bit more, but we're going to see the details of the sun. It's in the news. No, it isn't, right? Is it? Not really. They're not talking about the sun very much. The information about the sun that they're talking about is online. Everywhere you have to look. There's lots of places. But in the news, they're not necessarily talking about it. The first sign of it was yesterday. They said in my news here in Montreal, the solar flares are going to ramp up in the next few months leading up to 2025. And it's to be expected in the next few months to see a lot of weather phenomena. They're saying the same thing as I'm saying because they're watching the sun and they know exactly what's about to go on. 2993, 2994, 2995. They're all very, very dangerous. Hopefully the two bottom ones there will not merge together. We're talking about a sunspot as large, 90%, almost as large as the Carrington event that they're talking about. Largest solar flares were just let off a couple of days ago, my friends, in the entire 2 cycles, 24 and 25. So it was dangerous. Those just arriving here. I don't make sun videos because I want to have a sun channel. I'm making sun videos because the sun is aggressive right now. So when you see me post a sun video, it's because it's recent, always recent solar flares or CMEs or sunspots, or I accumulate all the past sunspots and show the videos. I haven't done that yet, but there's a lot of action on the sun. It's dangerous. When I post a video of the sun and you're here, well, you can be sure because we are seeing some very big sunspots. Here is an intense surface of the sun, very, very troubling, very worrisome. Carrington event, 1859. They're going to be talking about it more and more in the news, but not many people are getting any information about the sun in the news. So you have to look it up. Look at on the top, another sunspot. You see on the north side, right up on top, all the plasma lifting up. We can see a fire in the one right there in the center. It's coming up out of the coronal hole. It's just absolutely incredible. Yes, fire. We're not going to fight about the fusioning and fire. It's not fire, it's fusion. Well, fusion is a freaking fire, okay? So in the center, you see the massive fire coming out of the coronal hole. It's just absolutely incredible. And these are amazing ways of seeing them. This is still April 23rd. And in a bit, we will head over to today's sun. Debris. We're going to go see some debris at the end of this video. Yet again, another piece of what I believe is debris. Analyzing the characteristics of each of the captures in the sky. Most people capture these things once, twice, not too often, right? Someone that's not working in this full time. And when I capture them a whole bunch of times and I see patterns reoccurring, like the flailing around objects that are out of control and they're flashing sort of brightly, but not all the time as they're turning and then whoop, another flash, that's debris. But I posted a UFO with mysteriously flashing lights coming from it, and people were saying, well, one person was saying, yeah, military airplane. That's what they do at 2:30 in the morning. They drive around and they blind the people on the ground because the military likes being seen. No, that's not what they're doing. It's not a flare either, like most people say. Hey, what was that second sun we saw last night at 9 o'clock in Montreal? No, it was the military doing a flare experiment. There was flares in the sky, so they were doing, everyone's like lingering on that mostly. So we're going to see debris, a slow-moving object. That's what we're going to see right after we look at this beautiful close-up. So you see the mountain on the top sunspot right there? It looks like a ridge that's forming itself. This is incredibly close. If they merge, my friends, the grid could possibly, for the first time in our lives, because I don't know anyone alive from 1859, we're going to see some serious stuff. Before heading over to today's sun, a couple of quick seconds of some real debris in the sky that I caught just last night. Well, I hope you're appreciating the close-ups. So here it is, my friends. Watch the slow-moving object. It's already in the screen on the right, top right. It's going to be longing downwards, well, across the sky. Obviously, I'm straight up into the Milky Way, and we see this object very slowly and even going off course, turning left, right. If you look carefully, you'll actually see it wobbling. I've never seen anything like it. There, look at it wobble, like it's my camera shaking. But look at the stars. They're not moving. It's not the camera moving, this object. I don't know what the hell it is, but that's what you characterize as debris. Yesterday in the video I posted, some people were saying, and I respected the opinions, but no, it wasn't debris, the big flashes. And like the flashes at the beginning of this video, that could very well be debris, but it could still be a UFO. And it is, I confirm it's a UFO, because it means unidentified flying object. We don't know what any of these objects are, so they're all UFO. So this, I can say, UFO seen in the sky, possibly asteroid, meteor, or debris, right? Analyzing the characteristics. Let's head over to today's sun compared to yesterday's. Look at this, everyone. This spot on the left that you see right here, it was right there on the top just yesterday on April 23rd. So you can see, and it's the only way of seeing how the sun rotates. It is still pretty bad. It's shifted off to the left, And now these spots are veering down towards the right and rolling across. Other spot on the bottom left is coming in. You know, that's how quickly it changes. It's still very, very dangerous, and hopefully they won't merge. So, like magic, take 2 seconds and take 2 days in a row, yesterday and today. That's the difference of how it's shifting. Look how it's rolling back. It also rotates one way and it turns one way, forward and backwards. And you can see the sunspot on April 24th now way downwards as compared to the 23rd on top.
Up there on the moon, they may be even coming right here soon. Aliens are mining on the moon, yes they are up there. Doesn't matter 'cause disclosure's coming soon. Disclosure's coming